Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Bedtime Stories with Mr. Kelvin. It's me, Mr. Kelvin. Okay, so for our first story this evening, we have Way Past Bedtime. This is written by Tara Lazar, and the pictures are by Rich Wake. Now, I know sometimes we are told to go to bed, but have you ever wondered what happens when you're told to go to bed? I'm sure it must be like the most crazy, amazing stuff that's happening. You could be missing out on some things, or not. We're going to find out in this book. Now, before we go, or get started rather, let's go ahead and make sure that we're comfortable. Make sure you got your little pajamas if you got it. Make sure you have your little pillows and blankets. Maybe someone to cuddle up with, maybe like a parent or guardian, or a stuffed animal. And today's stuffed animal, my buddy, is Bloopert. That's right. Hello, Bloopert. How are you? Bloopert is very shy, so, he's very kind of close. So he's going to wave, though. Bloopert. Yes. Okay, Bloopert, are you ready for your story? Okay, very nice. I'm going to put you where I usually put our little friends here. You're very, very odd one, Bloopert. Okay, all right. Here we go. I'll adjust myself right here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Tonight was the night Joseph would spring into action. But first, he scooted into bed lickety-split without panic or protest. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. Without any protest. This was very unusual because he does not like to go to bed. His parents congratulated each other on their superior bedtime skills. Then they gave him a night peck, tucked him in, and shut the door. Everything seems to be going very smoothly, perhaps too smoothly. But Joseph wasn't falling asleep. He had a plan to discover what really happened way past bedtime. Okay. All right, Joseph. Let's see what we can find out. What happens after bedtime? The way past bedtime, Joseph believed, was when his parents threw the most outrageous parties. Whoa. Joseph imagined his parents got gussied up in glittering costumes and hobnobbed with celebrities. That's right, like, talking with them, interacting with them and stuff like that. He thought a dozen DJs spun hip hop hits under spinning neon lights. Hey, that's rather cool. I would definitely like to hang out after bedtime with these kinds of parties. Be kind of cool. 12 DJs is a lot though. That's a lot. Then the partygoers devoured dessert and only dessert. Oh, the desserts. Whipped cream and sprinkle pies, colossal donuts with cotton candy centers, and 16 scoop ice cream sundaes. Hot fudge fountains overflowed. Whoa, that is a lot of dessert. They might get a tummy ache with all that dessert. Joseph longed for a nibble and nosh, but all he had was sour milk. He imagined the full belly rubbing guests jostling to view the entertainment. Oh my goodness. He really does want some wonderful dessert. Milk is a poor substitute to ice cream. But milk is good for you. Please drink your milk. Okay. Oh, what a show. 50 flying. Oh boy. Flibber Tigabit brothers flipped fantastically. Oh my goodness, that's quite the word. Can I show it to you? Hold on, let me see if I can. There we go. 50 flying Flipperty Gibbet brothers flipped fantastically. They were followed by the astonishing Alistair Illusionist Extraordinaire, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Juju judged the jousting bout and knighted the victor. Then pirate puppeteers swashbuckled in a perilous performance. The alliteration You'll learn that word later. Was peak there. That was all right. Very cool. And when the president's top secret ninja task force crashed the shindig, they celebrated with a show of sweet nunchuck skills. Yo, nunchucks are cool, dude. Uh, be careful with them. The first time I used a pair of nunchucks, I hit myself. So, you know, but you got part of learning them, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Ninjas in the party. That's cool. Oh, is that Joseph? That may be Joseph and his little dog friend. Yes. That's not a dog, that's a cat. This was it. Joseph had a plan. He prepared his decoy, instructed the lookout, and tiptoed past the snoozing security guard. Joseph readied himself for whatever hijinks happened way past bedtime. Here goes Joseph. Let's see what he can discover. Joseph slipped under his invisibility cloak, donned his night vision goggles. Oh, he's getting ready. And crept down the stairs, step by step by step. I hope he doesn't make any creaking sounds. You know, sometimes there's a little squeaky. Creak, creak. He would learn the secrets of way past bedtime and inform his entire school. No, the kid population worldwide. They would all demand to be included in the adults' frivolous fun. Joseph would be a global hero. Buzz, honk, hoot, honk, buzz, honk, buzz, hoot, honk, buzz. Joseph waited. He listened. He scribbled notes. Wait, what was that? What was all that sound? Had the tuba mariachi marching band arrived? Or the escaped elephant parade? It must have been the juggling lumberjacks. Joseph slithered under the stairs and saw only one thing. Let's see what he saw. His mother and father snoring? Boring. Now, parents and guardians, I know that was a little bit of a dig, you know, I must say. Because sometimes I fall asleep on the couch, most certainly. I said to myself, I'm going to stay up late. I'm going to have a way past bedtime. I promise. And then next thing I know, my wife, Miss Ty, she wakes me up and be like, go to bed. All right. It happens to her too, so. His parents sniffled and snuffled and snored awake. Joseph, what are you doing up? It's way past bedtime. I know. I know why you're sleepy, Joseph said. You're tired from the party. His parents chuckled. Party? Don't be silly. Let's all get some rest. It's been a long day. This is not fair. This is an outrage, Joseph protested. But it was no use. Joseph's parents gave him a night-night peck and tucked him in tighter this time. And Joseph actually went to sleep. Wow. Or did he? Whoa, look at all this. Do you think this is a dream? Or do you think that this is actually what was waiting after the parents went to bed? Maybe this is the true way past bedtime. I guess we'll never know. But that is the end of our story, Way Past Bedtime. And I hope you really enjoyed that one. It was a really fun book. Okay, now we've got one other book that we're going to read. So, actually, just give me one moment. I gotta go get it, okay? So, I'll see you soon. Hello, welcome back. All right, so we had a lot of fun with Way Past Bedtime, you know, but it's time to slow it down, calm it down a little bit with our second book. Our second book is called Good Night, Good Beach. And this is by Joy Cowley and Hilary Jean Tapper. Now, if we look at the cover right here, you're going to see some beautiful art of some kids on the beach. We can see a seagull, see all the water, but you can also see the sun going down. That's how you know it's about time to get ready for sleep. So, Bluebird, are you ready for the second story? Okay, very good. All right, I hope you're getting cozy, okay? We're going to be looking at a lot of pictures this time. Creaky old bed with a rumpled sheet. It's a bunk bed, too. Beds on top of each other with a ladder. It's very nice. But look at that beautiful ocean view there. Very nice. It's getting warmer, too. So I hope you're able to go to the beach soon. Sunburned skin and sandy feet. Beautiful beach shot right there. Very nice. The moon at the window. Look, there's the moon. And with the moon's rising, that means it's about time for evening time. It's about to get to go to sleep soon. See by the door. This family is living on the water. That means they have the beach right outside their door. That's right. Have you ever been to a beach where you're able to feel the ocean breeze? It's a very nice feeling, and I hope you get to experience it soon. Waves hush, hush, hushing on the shore. Whoosh. Welcome to Mr. Kelvin's ASMR. Sorry, my apologies. Under the pillow, one white shell. One of the things that's really nice about going to the beach is you're able to collect seashells. And she's putting them right under her pillow. That's right, right under her pillow. And sea washed glass with a salty smell. Now you just got to be careful. Don't be picking up glass. You have to be very careful because you might cut yourself. Definitely don't want to do that. But if you're careful and if you have permission, you're able to collect some pretty nice things. It's time to plump up the pillow, but also look, they're getting their jammies on. They're getting ready for sleep. That's right. Something that I'm sure you're going to be doing soon. Now it's dark outside, so it's time to put out the light so we can all get some rest. But look at that beautiful ocean scene still. Because of how close they are to the ocean, they can probably still hear the sound of the waves. It was a good day. And look, the adults are having their way past bedtime while doing a puzzle. The kids are still kind of peeking. Good sea, and it was fun to see the sea. Good sand. The kids are looking at the moon. And a good night. Little ones in their beds, the moon shining through the window. Sometimes the moon is the best nightlight you could ever have. That is the end of our book, actually. Yes, indeed. This one was a shorter one, but it's a lot calmer and such. So I really wanted to share this one with you. And I really hope you had some good rest this evening. Maybe even play some nice ocean wave sounds, stuff like that. It's kind of nice. Or one of the things that I did growing up before I went to sleep, I would put on some music, just like the same CD, and I would never get past the first song before I went back to sleep, or actually went to sleep. So it's a everyone has their own little thing to help them go to sleep, you know. So, but sounds are really, really, really helpful. But I hope you enjoyed these stories. I know the second was a little short, but I still really hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so it's about time to go to sleep though. So I hope you have your pillows, your stuffed animals, like little Bluebird here. Got your blanket, and I'll go ahead and say my goodbye song for you all, okay? Here we go. So long, farewell, goodbye. So long, farewell, adios. So long, farewell, adieu. And in your heart or your chest, it was so fun to spend time with you. And I hope you have a good, wonderful, restful, peaceful sleep this evening. All right? And we will see you next time. Bye bye. Say bye, Blooper. Bye bye. All right. See you later.